You know what it is, Smooth Lucci, man. We back in studio motherfucking B, man. Got my boy outside with me.
What's up? What's up, Jonathan? What? Chubb City Bulldogs. Jonathan, we in here.
We outside, man. What's the vibes today, man? How you feeling today?
I'm good, man. I'm good. We gonna get into it. Talk a little Bulldogs. Talk the breeding game.
Yeah, I definitely want to know something about it, man. That's a lot of money in that.
You want to get into it?
Yes, sir.
All right, let's see. So first off, we could talk about like the French Bulldogs, the French Bulldog game. I feel like it's been getting kind of weird. The way it first started off was it was more about like just structure, right? Lately, I know you heard about the fluffy Frenchies, right? Have you heard about the fluffy Frenchies?
Yep.
So they came out with the fluffy
I
Frenchies.
don't really like those ones though.
Yeah, it's kind of
Money
like
in them, but they just ugly to me.
yeah,
I ain't gonna cap.
yeah. So basically, the fluffy Frenchies was super popular, and when they first dropped, they was going for like 25,000.
How do you exactly make it though?
So to be honest with you, I think I don't know. I just know that that it's a gene called the L4 gene, and that's like the fluffy gene. So somehow, some way, they figured out a way to get the gene in the Frenchies, and I just know my boy. Shout out to Gary's Dog World, Las Vegas. He has all the Frenchies, all the crazy Frenchies, and yeah, man, he's like the one that's doing it out there. So he's the one that got me into the fluffy Frenchie game, and yeah, so it's getting crazy. But the fluffies, they not going for as much as they used to go for. They used to go for like 25,000, 25,000, sometimes 30,000. Now the price dropped. Yeah, the price dropped. It's kind of like getting oversaturated. So the price dropped to like maybe like 12,000.
Are they good dogs?
Good dogs? What do you mean good dogs?
Like, in the long run, is it a good dog to really invest into, or should you just stay with the micros or the regular bulldog, English bulldogs, or like the fluffy? Like, cause you just said them started at 20, 30,000, they dropping, so it's like
I would say a breeder right now, the smart move right now would be to kind of pick a lane that you like. And kind of stick to it. A lot of people are jumping around just because there's a lot of new things popping up. Like now they got the hairless Frenchie. I don't know if you heard about the hairless Frenchie.
the one that look like a cat, the hairless cat.
Yeah,
that shit is ugly as fuck too. Like,
yeah,
they keep popping out with the most ugliest shit.
They got the hairless Frenchie.
The fuck.
Now they got the big rope Frenchie. Have you heard of the big rope Frenchie?
I have not heard of the big rope.
Big rope Frenchie.
No.
So they got Frenchies that got like big ropes. You know what a rope is, right?
Yeah.
So they got the big rope Frenchie. That's like the new thing now. That's like I've seen the big rope Frenchie probably like within the last, I would say, 6 months. So it's relatively new.
I ain't seen them too much.
They got the Isabella Frenchies.
I know about the Isabellas.
I know you heard about the Isabellas. So yeah, they just got a lot of stuff, man, and I just feel like it's getting a little bit oversaturated. But I think regardless, structure always wins.
Hell yeah.
So I would rather have a nice structured dog than a fluffy Frenchie, to be honest with you. And to be honest with you, that's something that I had to learn. So when I first started getting into the breeding game, I just was messing with English bulldogs. Like that's like the first dogs I bought.
That's what I like.
Yeah, the first dogs I bought like 5 females, 5 English bulldogs when I first started. And yeah, when I started getting into the Frenchies, it's kind of like I had to learn, right? So it was like I feel like I just really started kind of prioritizing structure a little bit. So when I first started, the first dog I bought was Layla, which she was a lilac tri, and she was a beautiful color, right? She was a beautiful color. And she actually had good structure too, but she was standard, which means she was pretty big, right?
Yeah.
So she had rope. She was a beautiful dog. But she was just like too big not too big, but she was standard, right? So I got her. I think I paid like $6,500 for her. Then I got Chanel. Chanel is my I call her my OG bulldog. So Chanel has like, to me, the best structure. Like she got that OG, like that kind of like bully type of look.
Mm-hmm.
And but she's fawn, which is like standard color. So I call her my OG bulldog because she's a dog that she could actually like compete in the AKC competitions I was showing you and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know, the dogs that we're messing with now, like with all the colors, AKC doesn't recognize like blue tri, lilac tri, what else? They basically only recognize certain colors. So they recognize like original, what they call original colors. So they recognize fawn, they recognize, I think, cream, brindle, and black.
Like old school pit bull colors, basically. Like
Exactly. So all the new exotic colors like blue, even the tri-markings, merles, they don't recognize none of that shit. Now you can still have AKC dogs that are those colors, but as far as competing in those competitions, like those big AKC competitions, you know, like that, like kind of like what we was just watching, they don't recognize that. So that's why we have our own type of dog shows. You know, that's why we kind of throw our own shit.
Like with the weed, we do a little pop up. You know what I'm saying? Y'all do a little dog
pop
ups. Right?
Yeah. So that's why we kind of throw our own dog shows and do it like that. So yeah, man. So I feel like structures first. I have some dogs that like I used to have that didn't have the best structure, but I kind of throughout the years through like breeding kind of like weeded that out my program. You know, like I've sold Cardi I used to have, and she was actually amazing. She's the reason why I have Harley right now, but I had to breed 3 times to get Harley. So I started with Cardi.
Damn.
Yeah, Cardi was a blue tri Merle, right? And she had crazy structure, and she had like qualities that I liked about her. She had that like teddy bear look, but she was big. She was another dog that was pretty big. And so I had to shrink her. So I hit her with Compton, which was one of the best dogs on the West Coast. He was like a micro. And I got Lexi. I don't know if you remember Lexi. She was the one that had like the Merle head only.
I think so.
Yeah, so I had Lexi. And she was a little smaller. She wasn't as small as I want, but she was a little smaller, right? So I had her, and then when it was time to breed her, which was like a year later, I bred her to a Compton son. So that's how I got the 2 times Compton. That's how I got your litter, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
R.P. Chop, man.
Yeah, R.P. Chop.
Chop.
For real. And that's how I got your litter. So I took Lexi and I bred her to a Compton son with like crazy structure, like pretty much looked like Chop, right? Mm-hmm. And so that's how I got that litter. I kept Harley, right? And then you got Chop. And those were some like crazy good dogs, like structured dogs. So I had to shrink them down though. You know, I started at Cardi, and then I shrunk it down, and then I shrunk it down again, and that's how I got our dog. So yeah, man. So that's
what you trying to stick with now.
Yeah. So
like
now
Compton's kind of.
Yeah. So now all of my females are small. I don't have no more big dogs. All of my females are mini. All of them. Harley. I have Chanel. I have Bia, which just had the puppies right now, the crazy litter. I have what other minis do I got? Oh, I got Juliet in LA. I got Juliet, which is a chocolate tri. She's hard. I tried to breed her, but I miss her heat. I'm mad about that. And
you gotta be on point with that shit.
Yeah,
that's the bag.
Yeah,
you only got so much time to catch that heat, and it'd be like once.
Now what happened? What happened with that was it's kind of hard because I have 2 of my dogs in LA.
Mm-hmm.
So Juliet's in LA, and I did that because just kind of spread it out a little bit. But Juliet, she came in the heat, and the guy called me and told me, and we started getting the progesterone. So I got the progesterone. It was like 1 number or whatever, and then the vet said come back in 3 days. Usually in my head, I know do a progesterone every 2 days. So that's a lesson. Do a progesterone every 2 days. After day 7, do a progesterone every 2 days. So I did a progesterone, and it was probably, I think it was low or something, maybe like a 3 or 4. He said, come back in 3 days. I came back 3 days.
What does that mean for the people that don't really know? Because they probably gonna be a little lost
Okay.
right now.
So progesterone is to catch the female in ovulation. So you want to hit them up at the right time. You basically want to get their progesterone, so you know like the perfect time to inseminate them with the sperm to make sure they have the highest probability to get pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
So when you first get the, so kind of know when they're ovulating.
Especially how
right?
you little niggas was born.
Yeah, exactly. So basically what you do is you get their progesterone. After they start bleeding 7 days, boom, get their first progesterone. Usually it's going to be low. It might be like a 2 or something like that. Then you get it 2 days later. You want to wait till it gets like above a 12. Depending on what you want to do. If you want to do an AI, you could start it at a 12. If you want to do a surgical, you could start it at like an 18 or a 20. But their progesterone starts rising. So you want to kind of keep a tab on those numbers. And we both got blunts. I'm good,
Bro.
Yeah, switch. So we want to keep a tab on those numbers. So yeah, that's basically the progesterone. So long story short, I missed the heat because I got it done, and then I got the progesterone 3 days later, and then she was over a 20. She was already too high. So, and yeah, I should have just told him, even though the vet said 3 days, get it every 2 days. Because if she would have got it the day before, that would have been perfect, and then I would have
hit.
I probably would have hit. So yeah. So that's another reason why you gotta have a lot of females, because even when I first started, I thought 4 or 5 was enough. But honestly, you might have shit. I've had it to where, like last year, unfortunately, I've had like 4 litters that didn't take. Crazy. So, and all the litters that I had that didn't take, they didn't take because, well, I think every time I've had a surgical, they took.
Right.
So I used to do AIs because I didn't want to cut them open an extra time or whatever and do a surgical. But at this point, since I've been not hitting so much, I'm like, at this point, you got to do a surgical.
Got to get the dogs out.
You got to do a surgical.
So you didn't want to do it like that, but you like, as all the times you've been doing this, you're starting to feel like that's the best way to do it now. It's like, because when you don't do it, you
best
don't
way.
hit.
And even if you do hit, I've noticed when you get a surgical, you have more puppies. So when I have a surgical, I could be confident that I'll probably have like 5 or more puppies, and that they'll hit. You could do an AI. You could do AI and they have 7 puppies, but it's just, it's like a luck of the draw.
It's a crazy game.
Yeah, it's like a luck of the draw. It's like, you want to take the best chance. So surgical's the best chance, so.
It's going to get it done.
Yeah. So, yeah, definitely, man. Surgical's the way to go right now.
What made you start with the Frenchies?
So the Frenchies, I think they're kind of in the same, in the same field, and
motherfuckers love them motherfucking Frenchies.
Yeah, and then it was pretty much the same thing. Like, I feel like the Frenchies kind of you could get into kind of a wider demographic market. I don't know. I guess plain to say, like a lot of white people like Frenchies too.
Yeah, sure.
So I wanted to get into that. I didn't want to get into it like as much as the English Bulldogs. Like even right now, I think I got like 8 females that are English Bulldogs, and I got 2 Frenchies. Or I got 7 that are English Bulldogs and 2 Frenchies. So yeah, I was just like, I just want to get into it, just get like 1. That I really was just gonna get 1, and so I got the chocolate try, and then the whole fluffy thing, the whole fluffy thing kind of came about. So I was like, man, how do I get into the fluffy game? And yeah, so I hit my boy. My boy said he had a fluffy stud, and
your boy in Vegas, right?
Yeah, my boy in Vegas, Gary, and he basically said he had a fluffy stud, and kind of taught me, what you need to do. If you got a fluffy stud, if you hit your female with a fluffy stud, now all those puppies carry that fluffy gene, that L4 gene I was talking about.
Right.
So that's what I did. I hit it with a fluffy stud. I kept a female, which is the fluffy carrier, carries that L4 gene, and now she's actually grown. So she should be ready. Actually, she's grown now, so she'll be having her heat in the next, I would say like 3-4 months.
Mm-hmm.
And if I hit her, which I am, I'm gonna hit her to a fluffy. then I'm gonna get full fluffy Frenchies.
Is it safe to do a surgical on them? Cause they smaller a little bit than the English, ain't like
Yeah, you do a surgical on them too.
yeah.
So yeah, I did a surgical on her. It's basically they just put like a little slit and they just kind of like inject it right in their ovaries. So it's like goes directly in their ovaries.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a like a less invasive. It's pretty minor, but at the same
So you
time.
dropping some Frenchies in a couple months. You should be dropping. You saying?
So no, I'm saying she should have her heat in the next few months. So she
should be in the next
yeah,
couple
yeah.
months.
So then it'll be a few months after that, but
Shooting, they can get some fluffies though.
yeah. So this year, let's just say this year, she'll have some fluffy Frenchies, and they gonna be hard. They for sure gonna be hard.
Let's make sure we get them your motherfucking Instagram page, man.
So yeah, I actually just revamped and rebranded my Instagram.
Noticed that I went to go try to find 30 Mile Bulldogs. I'm like, they just blocked me, delete me. Did he? What happened to his page?
Nah. So I rebranded. Formerly known as 30 Mile Bulldogs. So we Chubb City now.
Why you do that though?
Basically, the reason I rebranded was because I wanted to like kind of like how I said my program is kind of being more focused towards like structure and more focused towards just like a different type of demographic. So I wanted to rebrand. I wanted to keep the same type of concept. So I was thinking 30 Mile Bulldogs is kind of like the city, you know, kind of like Chubb City.
It's really like deep.
Yeah.
Like y'all really got to rebrand, and even this not a collab or nothing. You just wanted to do it on your own. Like you just wanted to do a whole new brand.
Yeah, I just felt like my program was going in a different direction, like kind of like a newer direction. So I just kind of wanted to rebrand for that sake to not start over, but just have like a new face to everything.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying?
I ain't gonna lie, I low key like it pops though. Like the color changed and all the little shit. The new logo, I like the new logo.
Appreciate it.
It's different, you know what I'm saying? And then like, cause like I said, like I copped the dog from you. What was that, like a year or two ago now?
Yeah.
I had copped 2 actually.
And yeah.
Went to jail, and I had the dog still, and I got out, had him, and then one dog fucking somebody cut the fence and stole Bucho, and then Chop overheated. But
I didn't even know the first one got stolen.
Yeah, the first one, the brown one, he ended up getting stolen. Like a month after I got out of jail, somebody ended up cutting the fence.
Wow.
Like the week I'm telling them, the people that was watching dog while I was in jail.
Yeah.
The week I'm telling them, like, hey, yeah, you know, I just got my spot, you know what I'm saying, I'm home, bring me the dog. They're like, all right, yeah, I work, whatever, we work something out. And then the day was supposed to come to me or something, they get home, see, cause they had a dog as well, you know what I'm saying? They had a girl, and she was actually pregnant. And somebody ended up cutting the fence, taking my dog and her dog as well. And we did a police report and all that little shit, but that's what I wanted to. That's another thing. Is it like a thing to put chips in dogs, like trackers or something? Cause like I was like, bro, I can't lose another dog, bro. Ain't nobody. I gotta. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
Different.
So that's actually a good topic because so when I first started breeding, right, the person that I talked to, I'm trying to think. I actually talked to a couple of my mentors. So there's a couple people that I like call, you know, that I consider my mentors that, you know, I bought dogs from before. Shout out to Gary's Dog World. Also shout out to Jay. Shout out to Jay. Also shout out to who else? There's one more person.
These is who helped you start your litters and whatnot. Yeah.
Okay. So Jay, shout out to Jay. But yeah, so I forgot which one of them told me, but someone basically told me, I was like, yeah, so what about getting the dog chips and stuff like that? And they basically told me something like, once you get your dog chipped, it was like, remember how we were talking a little bit before about Vegas, about how they like kind of getting more like strict with shit?
Yeah.
Basically what I was told, and I don't even understand exactly what I was told, but it was something like, once you get your dog chipped, the idea I got was once you get your dog chipped, you're kind of like putting yourself in the system to where they could track you more.
Okay.
To where they could
so
track.
can keep up with you. For sure.
And then I don't know if it's like you got to get your dog neutered. I think it might have got something to do with maybe if you get your dog chipped, you also got to get your dog neutered and you can't breed. Or if you get your dog chipped and you breed or something, then you got to get your breeder's license. It's something that got to do with that. It was basically like it was like that.
It's tricky, man, because it's like.
But honestly, I'm gonna do more research into that because
if I'm not mistaken, I think G Herbo went to jail over a stolen dog or some shit. And I wonder if that dog, I don't know how they ended. Well, outside of him being G Herbo and him probably having it in a video or taking a picture, I forgot how he got caught for whatever. But they stole a dog or something. So I was always wondering, like, I thought they had a chip in the dog.
Oh, you know what it is? You know what it is that I'm thinking? So think about this, right? If you chip your dog, someone steals your dog, I don't think the chip, as of now, the one that you get from the vet, is an actual tracker. I think it's more of an identifier. Do you see what I'm trying to say?
So, like,
meaning like if your dog gets lost, type of
situation, and somebody's like, "Nah, this is my dog."
No. What? Say this for example. I think it only really kind of helps if your dog gets lost and gets turned in. So say for instance, if your dog gets lost and it gets turned into the pound vet, whatever, they could scan the thing, boop, and then your information come up. It'll say, oh, it belongs to him. They could call you, whatever. I don't know necessarily if the chip is actually a tracker to where it's kind of like your iPhone. You could go on it and you could say, oh yeah, he's on this street, on this corner.
I ain't gonna lie, cause if my dog had a tracker in that motherfucker, I'm pulling up like, hey, I know he's here, like, I don't know, cause I just want always, cause like I'm trying to get back into the dog game, you know what I'm saying, but I'm trying to do it smart, you know what I'm saying. I was moving around a little bit when I tried to do it at the first time, you know what I'm saying. So I'm just trying to do it a little bit smart this time, but like. That was just another thing I was just putting in my head, like, one dog dying is one thing, you know what I'm saying? I can keep up with doing something different about that. But getting a dog stolen, I'm like, damn, I got to get a tracker on my dog or something so I can keep it, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know if that's something safe, smart, or whatever. But it's a smart idea. But I don't know, I'm probably just going to have to get some cameras or some shit. I don't know,
the goal is, if you're a breeder, right? The goal is to buy a house that's not what's it called? What's it called when you got a DOA HOA? Yeah, buy a house that's not under HOA. That's the goal. Is to buy a house that's kind of like, I don't want to say like a farm, or I don't want to say like, but you want to buy like a house that's kind of like in the cut.
Or you could do what you want to do.
With some land. You got space. You might got trees blocking you. You might got to go down somewhere to get to your house.
Type shit.
You want to, like, that's the goal is
that's why I feel like Texas is always going to be a good place to go do that. Because I feel like that explanation you kind of gave me just took me to Texas right now.
Yeah. My boy Jay, he moved to Atlanta and did it.
So Atlanta, like some Georgia shit. Atlanta shit, like the South for sure.
He moved to Atlanta. He got like a big house on like 3 acres of land, and he started building a whole kennel outside.
I don't mean to cut you off, but cause you not from Arizona, right?
No.
So did you move to Arizona to do this?
Nah. So
Where are you from again? Detroit?
California.
Okay.
So basically the valley, San Fernando Valley.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, when I soon after I moved out here, I got into it. Basically how I got into it was I came up on a lump sum of money, I guess you could just say. And I was just looking for investments and stuff like that. So I had a friend that basically gave me the idea. He gave me like 20 ideas. You know how you just how you just chopping it up in the garage. He's like, oh, you should do this.
Do this.
You should do this. You should do this.
You like,
he was like,
the dogs might be it though. You know what I'm saying? Nigga just thinking.
He must have told me what's them box houses, them like tin can houses. Or he was like, man, you get 3 of these, rent them out. He told me, man, you get some cows. You get some cows. You get some cows, they paying for the Angus steak. They paying.
For sure. That's a big thing, bro. Because look, this is a crazy thing you just said that because I was in jail in Idaho, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And somebody came to jail in that motherfucker because he was working on the farm or whatever, and he was working with the little tractors or something, whatever, and he ended up killing a baby Angus cow or a baby little black cow or some shit, and then he ran and hella shit, whatever. Long story short, he ended up in jail for that shit. You know what I'm saying? And it was like a big little thing. They like, boy, you killed the Angus cow. Like, we was laughing about it. But, you know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't funny at the end of the day because, nigga, you in jail about that shit. You know what I'm saying? So, like, it must be a good investment, though, for sure. Motherfuckers, I eat steak shit.
So he told me about the Angus cow. He told me, he told.
Before you going to put a cow at, though?
He was basically saying buy some land, buy 3 acres.
You gotta get like 5 cows to get 12 steaks. That'd be some shit. Like take them bitches to Ruth Chris or somewhere. Like I got the finest Angus steaks.
Yeah.
That'd be some shit. But I don't know. You gotta get real gutted. Like who cutting them cows up for you?
Yeah. So basically, out of all the things he told me, breeding just seemed like the
best one for sure.
Something that you could do from home. Something that you could start off with that doesn't need you to buy land. Doesn't need you to do something crazy. So yeah, that's what I decided to do. So yeah, and now I'm just thinking because the guy that kind of got me into the game, for giving me the idea, I actually bought him a dog. So I bought two. My first 2 dogs I bought two English bulldogs, 2 white dogs. They was piebald. They was like super basic. These my first dogs before my first dog. I said my first dog was Layla, but these were my first dogs before my first dog.
Type shit.
I think I got 2 for like $5,000 or something. It was real cheap and it was just like, it was kind of like we was talking, like how I told you we was talking in the garage, and it was kind of like spontaneous, like fuck it, go on Craigslist. Yeah. Oh shit, you got these 2 there, found some shit.
Did that shit.
Fuck it, let's go get them.
Niggas do that shit with cars, all types of shit. Like
yeah.
I'm about to find me an old school like. Pull up in the hood with an old ass BMW, like, bro, why you get on Craigslist and buy that shit?
Yeah.
I done flipped that motherfucker, made me a couple $. Like, same shit with them dogs. You feel me, for sure.
So I ended up doing that.
You went on Craigslist for real?
Yeah, that's my first dogs. I bought off Craigslist and
damn, that's crazy.
And that ended up being a total L, cause for him, I basically told him like, all right,
It's L for you, a win for him.
Yeah, it was an L. It was an L for me.
Nigga, on Craigslist came up that day.
No, it was an L. Craigslist, and it was an L with him, cause we actually had a falling out. What ended up happening was I gave him a dog, and I basically was like, all right, I'm gonna get 2 dogs. I said, the only thing I'm asking you is your first litter. Give me give me my dog back. Let me get a puppy out the litter. Mm-hmm. And he was like, yeah, for sure. I was like, all right, you take care of it. I'm gonna give you the dog. You do everything, and just give me your pup back. So first litter, no pup back. I'm like, bro,
Oh, he dropped.
Huh?
He had dropped the litter.
Yeah, he dropped the litter. Gave me no puppy back. It's like, damn, bro. I was like, what's up? Like,
And you had bought 2 boys, 2 girls, the white dogs?
Yeah, I bought 2 girls. I had a girl, and then I gave him one of the girls.
Right,
my girl, he dropped. My girl didn't even get pregnant. So
you just tried to hit with somebody else?
My girl, actually, just to say, my girl never even ended up taking. So I tried to hit her up like 3 times. She didn't take, and I sold her like as a pet and just took the loss. So that ended up being a whole loss to me, so he had 1 litter, and he never gave me the puppy back. And then he had another litter, and I was pressing him because I was kind of following him, so I knew he had a litter.
BMF almost. You feel me? Look, shit. It's like, nigga, I gave you the work.
So I knew he had 5 puppies, and I talked to him, and he said, "Oh yeah, I got you." He made it seem cool at the beginning, like, "Oh, I got you." I guess he started struggling, and then It's funny, man. He when he had his litter, when his female was pregnant, he basically called me and was like, bro, he was like, look, I got these puppies. Yeah, I'm gonna give you your puppy, but look, this is what I need. Let me stay with you. I need a spot to stay right now. Let me stay with you because I don't have no place to whelp these puppies.
After he hit the litters, though.
After he didn't give me the puppy for the first litter, he wanted to stay at my spot with his bitch. Whelp his litter at my house for me to get my puppy.
Yeah, he is a cold friend. dropping puppies, not giving you nothing. But let me turn my car around. Can I stay at your crib, man? I got dogs in the bitch. Can I stay? Don't you worry about me not giving you a puppy though. Can I stay?
Yeah.
Damn.
So he's like, I'll give you a puppy this time, but this is what I need, and I couldn't do it. I was, I'm not finna. He was talking about having his bitch. Oh yeah, he was down bad, bro. He was like, yeah, I got my bitch, I'm gonna have her hit the blade. She gonna come back, nigga. We gonna make like 2,000. All we need is a couple weeks.
He sound like one of my homies now. I ain't
like
gonna
a little
lie.
pimp.
He sound like one of my
homies. He like a little wannabe pimp, nigga. So it is what it is. I ain't even gonna.
I done been in a couple situations like that too. You feel me? With a homie like, damn, smooth. Look, I just knocked one. Yeah, check it out, man. You know what I'm saying? Let me use the whip, man. Put the bitch down, man. I'm finna break you off, man. All right, bro, man. You better do what you say you do. Niggas then got the bitch, yeah, all down the blade, nigga. Come back, the bitch done fat. But I ain't letting you fuck around no more, boy.
Yeah.
Niggas be crazy, bro.
Yeah, so
that's why you gotta be on point, like off the rip. Like I don't even play that shit no more. Boy, you better get some money out here and you figure it'll do what y'all do.
No, at the end of the day, man, it's I take it as he needed it more than me. He was down bad. So
like that.
So I'm like shit. If friendship is worth to you, not giving me a puppy back, shit, it is what it is. That. So
it ain't make you stop.
Yeah, exactly. It just really made me go harder. I went and bought 2 more dogs the next week. I was like, I think I sent them a video like, yeah, nigga, I got 2 more females.
I'm coming back with 2.
Yeah. So,
bro.
Yeah, it is what it is. So, yeah, man. Yeah, that's how that went down. So, yeah, that's basically how I started breeding, and then I just kind of just kept building from that. Yeah, just kept building from that.
Now you hear new brand, hella litters, Frenchies, English. You got Chihuahuas? Nah. you ain't bring no little Chihuahuas. Them bitches might sell.
Nah,
30 a puppy or something.
Chihuahuas are annoying.
Nah, they hella annoying little ankle biters and shit.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Frenchies are annoying. Frenchies are kind of like Chihuahuas.
Damn, that sucks. I don't like them motherfuckers. I would not buy a Frenchie. I ain't gonna
Frenchies are annoying. They sell, but that's another reason why I was like, man.
They look like they got Down syndrome to me. Like they look slow. Like
yeah, they sell.
They just look sick to me. Like
yeah,
it's not a pet I want.
Yeah, I don't.
I be looking at like I ain't gonna lie. I didn't seen a couple Frenchies that I'm like, you an ugly eyed motherfucker. But a lot of them bitches just be ugly, gang. I ain't gonna cap to you. Like I do not like Frenchies.
Yeah.
I like the English bulldogs and pit bull. Like that's what I was raised around. Them Frenchies just that's no.
Yeah, that's why I only got 2. I really was just trying to get these fluffy Frenchies, so I just got my original Frenchie I bought, and then when I hit them and I kept the fluffy carrier.
Them bitches just look. Them bitches like Chewbacca kids, like little hairy ass Frenchie. I'm like, the fuck is this? Like,
yeah.
So I seen like 1 or 2. I'm like, yeah, it's alright, but I can't really get into them. Like, it just motherfuckers be just creative as fuck making shit, bro. Like. They just be popping out with a new dog, nigga. They gonna have a fucking off-white dog tomorrow or some shit. Like, they just be making shit.
Yeah, and then they got the new Rojo. You heard of the Rojo?
No,
it's
a red
it's
dog?
basically like a color, yeah. It's just, it's basically like they got the Rojo.
It's a Frenchie?
It's like Isabella. It's like a new version of Isabella. So they got Isabella, then they got new shade Isabella.
So how they made a Rojo?
I don't know. I don't know. They doing something in the.
They just took a blue try.
They doing something in the lab. They doing something in the lab. They got all these new genes, But so they got Isabella, then they got new shade Isabella, which is kind of like a lighter, and then they got Rojo Isabella, which is kind of like a darker version of the Isabella. So, yeah.
I just want either a lilac or blue try. Shit I know already. Like I don't. These new Frenchies and shit is ugly.
Yeah, I would suggest, like I said, structure is king. So I'm just lucky. I
like the one like Chop though. I need like some small shit though.
Yeah.
You feel me? Cause he gonna just be with me.
I ain't gonna lie to you. The litter that I got right now, like the stud and cause the girl, like they got that, they got that structure. That's why
I've been thinking about grabbing one, man. I really am, man.
That's why.
Especially if I need something like Chop, bro. He was really one of them. Like,
yeah.
When I got him, I don't know if you remember when I got him, I went right back to Seattle with him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then I remember when I was coming back to AZ, bro. Somebody followed me like on the road, like all the way to like I'm in Utah, just stopping to get some gas on my way back to Arizona. Like the nigga said, like he was trying to get with me, like to get me to stop for like 20 miles to ask me, can he get my information to get the dog? Like he like, bro, I ain't never seen this dog. Like
Yeah.
I wanna. I'll come to you wherever. I'm like, damn, bro,
Yeah.
niggas love this dog.
I ain't gonna lie.
Nice.
I ain't gonna lie. It was one of them dogs. There's very few dogs that I sell that I like. I don't want to say regret that I sold because I knew you and I knew I could use them.
Yeah,
you know?
for sure.
But it was one of them dogs that I was like, yeah, he's a
Gotta keep him close.
He's a
sure.
superstar stud.
Yeah, for
I was
sure.
like, he was one of the dogs that I sold. That after I seen when he grew up and when he matured, I was like,
I ain't expect him to pop like that.
I was like,
either.
he popped. Yeah,
He
yeah.
did. Boy, that head
Yeah.
was crazy. And he was so small, bro. Like, he
Yeah.
stayed small, bro. Like,
Yeah, so
that was a good
that's the
dog.
goal. That's
RP
the goal.
Chubb, man.
And so now
I actually got his ashes, too. I
Mm.
love that dog, my boy.
Yeah, and so I also got basically I'll have him in like chocolate try.
I think I want
chocolate
either one
Merle.
like that color like he was, or I want a lilac.
Yeah, I got a lilac tri Merle that's a boy that's crazy too. That's Yeah.
Thinking about getting a dog, man. I've been thinking about it. I usually do, bro, but I ain't gonna cap to you, man. Since we just keeping it real, just talking our shit, man.
Yeah.
I just let you know a little about me.
uh,
I can't even really.
oh, can't do it. Okay,
No,
okay,
I gotta
okay,
do
yeah.
the little probation.
Yeah.
They be
okay.
having me pissed.
Yeah.
But I can still smoke my weed.
Oh
I be
shit.
having a call every day. You know what I'm saying? It's just little petty shit. It's just shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Whatever. But
That's
so,
crazy.
like-
That's crazy. They let you smoke but not drink. That's the first time I heard that.
all right, so look, it gets hella weird, right? So originally, I was supposed to get drug tested for like what I got arrested for, which was lean. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? And then like Arizona, I'm operation here.
You
so
are
you
the
can get a
lean
medical
plug. I
card.
forgot.
You can get a medical card.
You
So-
ain't never sipped with me. I've been out here 2-3 years. You ain't never sipped with me one time.
But look, I ain't gonna lie. When I was sipping juice, I was never really in AZ though. I was like
Oh, okay.
always in Cali or Seattle for real.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
but so yeah, that happened. Now I gotta fucking drug test shit. And then it's just funny because like the whole time I'm thinking I'm only getting drug tested for codeine and shit, right? So I'm not thinking nothing. I'm like, yeah, I'm smoking weed. I popped out. We drank a little bit. And I ended up having to call the next morning. They like, yeah, you got a drug test. All right, bet. I don't sip no lean. They my PO know I smoke weed, something. All right, we good. I'm finna go get this piss to him. It's good. Hey man, you dirty. What you mean? Ain't no lean in me. No, we got you for liquor. I'm 21. I'm grown. I can't drink shit. Nah, whatever. All right, it's cool because I'm not a big drinker anyway, so it don't hurt my feelings. So as long as I can smoke my weed, I can
had
get
no
over with
idea.
it.
Yeah, I had no idea that they do alcohol over 21 like that. I had no idea. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
they just be wanting to control shit, but
yeah.
she like just give me a couple more and just take the shit off because I still piss dirty every time for the weed, but I don't. It's no big deal.
Yeah. Okay.
It's bullshit. I hate this shit. It is what it is.
Have you heard about Las Vegas? What's going on in the breeder game? With Las Vegas?
You was telling me a little bit about it, man. I ain't really, like I said, bro, this dog shit is serious all the way around, bro. Like, it's a big
Yeah,
competition.
that reminded me my third mentor, which is 702 Mini Bulldogs. Shout out Compton, Compton line, RIP. Compton is actually, where the main bloodline where your dog came from,
Right.
because your dog was 2 times Compton, right?
Oh,
And
about to start a fire on this motherfucker, boy.
yeah, so basically,
Oh shit, I'm
good.
We good, but hit my two-step a little bit.
Yeah,
Damn.
so basically, he was posting on his Instagram recently talking about Las Vegas and what's going on, and it's real sad, man. Seems
It's
like
fucked up, bro. They trying to say they saying there's too many dogs. Like the population is too many dogs now.
Yeah.
Now that's a problem.
yeah. So basically, they trying to crack down on breeders. They trying to act like we're the
They
bad
just trying to
guys.
fuck up the money, man. They don't want niggas to get money.
Yeah, basically, and yeah, man. So they have kind of what we was talking about, like the dog police or whatever, pet patrol, pet whatever.
Paw Patrol, nigga.
and I guess he said that he got a call. He was probably had his garage open, cleaning his garage or whatever, cleaning the cages out, and one of his neighbors walked by. Mind you, he stayed in the, I want to say Henderson. I don't know for sure, but he stayed in one of those nice neighborhoods in Vegas, right?
Mm-hmm.
Gated community, whole bunch of white people, whole bunch of people probably judging them and stuff like that. And yeah, someone called the whole dog police or whatever you want to call it on them, and they started investigating them. When they started investigating them, they I guess showed up to his house a couple times, started questioning them, started harassing them, and actually tried to confiscate his dogs. He didn't let them inside, so they ended up giving him a crazy fine. I don't know, it was 10,000, 20,000, something crazy, but they gave him a crazy fine. Yeah. And I guess he's fighting in the court right now, man. So if you're in Vegas, be careful, because yeah, they not playing in Vegas.
They don't play about nothing in Vegas, boy. I got a criminal speeding ticket now from Vegas.
Yeah.
That shit retarded. Vegas be on bullshit.
Yeah, it's crazy because at one point I was thinking about moving to Vegas when they first built that stadium out there.
The Raiders, Lil John.
Yeah, I was thinking about moving out there.
I said the Raiders. It's not the Raiders no more.
What is it?
Las Nevada.
Las Vegas Raiders.
Nah, it's still the Raiders, but
it's the Raiders.
Yeah, but I don't know. Oh yeah, because they're not in Oakland no more. They're in Las Vegas. Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah. So they they built a new stadium out there. So I was thinking, this might be a good spot to go buy a house and invest, and then the price is gonna go up and this and that. So I was thinking at one point of moving out there. Plus, my grandmother stays out there, but from everything that I'm hearing about the whole breeding game out there, seems like they cracking down super hard.
So you just gonna stay where you at?
Yeah, I'm gonna just stay where I'm at. Like I said, man, the goal is to get it. The goal is to get a house kind of like with no HOA, off the grid, where you could kind of do your own thing and not be bothered.
Plus, we want to put AZ on the map. Yeah. Vegas already doing their thing.
Yeah.
Cali doing their thing. Everybody around us doing their thing. We gotta do our thing. So you gotta turn up with them dogs here.
Yeah, definitely.
Put the light on AZ.
Yeah, definitely.
We got some amazing dog breeders here.
Yeah.
Dogs, all the shits.
Yeah, we got some shows coming up. We had some past shows. I just went to a show. I want to say in Glendale. I went to a dog show out there that was pretty lit. Man, one thing I can say about these dog shows, I ain't gonna lie, they seem a little ghetto. Y'all gotta step it up. I don't know. I don't know who showed up too short. Paul Wall, some shit.
Nigga said Paul Wall.
I'm looking at these AKC dog shows, and people wearing suits and winning awards and having them do.
They brought the dogs to the weed pop up, huh?
Yeah, it kind of looked like
backdoor Paul Wall concert.
Yeah, it kind of looked the host was wearing looking like Nelly back in the 2000s. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you said
looking
it was
like
in
Chingy.
Glendale. You said it was in Glendale.
Yeah, looking like Chingy and yeah, man, we got to do better as far as the dog shows.
Put one together for us, man.
Yeah. Hey, there was one in Vegas that was real good. There was actually a big one in Vegas. So there's a lot of good breeders in Vegas, but it's just unfortunate what's going on with that.
Type shit. Damn, my motherfucking ear dead. Man, we probably wrap it up right here, man. This is another day in studio motherfucking B, man. Smooth Luciano. Man, with my boy Jonathan.
Yeah,
Check these dogs
Jonathan,
out.
Chubb City. Let's go.